Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play SaGa 2, Goddess of Destiny. I'm Dylan, your host, and we are now in episode number 10. We're still here in Desert Town where we left off last time, and I believe I said something about going to visit the Gardens of the Muses, so let's talk to this guy here and do that. Sure, let's go. I'm interested in checking in on Polinia, since we did recruit that second muse and we haven't been back here since. Let's see, is that it straight ahead, or is that where Calliope's garden was? We now have two gardens, as you can see, to choose from. We have not yet met any of these other muses, so we only have the two options. Yeah, I'm guessing that this blue/pink one is Polinia and Mel's home, eventually. Yeah, Polinia and Melmine's garden, like I thought. This is a pretty interesting place. Looks a lot different than what we saw in Calliope's garden. Looks like we'll be seeing both of these two muses here eventually on the pink and blue sides of the room. And what does Polinia have to say? Oh, it's Elodie. Elodie came to see Polly. Always full power, dishing out tons of damage to enemies, beating them to a pulp. Okay. So she seems to reward high damage. Interesting. We could give her a present, but like I still have no idea what these muses actually want for gifts, and the only thing I could give her at this point is a bronze helmet anyway. We saw something earlier about how excavation could yield presents for muses, so I might wait until I get a specific present item before I try giving any gifts. Where'd the little guy go? Here he is. Ready to head back to the previous world. And by previous world, I mean the second world, since we crossed the celestial pillar last time, the sky pillar, came here to this world, which is apparently ruled by Ashura. Let's see if we can get any more information about that in the pub, but first there seems to be a flower here. Lord Ashura wants the strongest relics, which he'll use to conquer other worlds and become a god. Yep, as he's done here. We saw previously that he had already built a base in our world, but we defeated that base and his rhinoceros friend, and now we're taking the fight to him. Let's see. Ah, here we go. This is the same muse we met in the pub in one of the earlier towns. Let's see if she wants to play a song for us once again. Thought of a pleasant feeling tune. Let's listen. Once again, pretty brief. I guess we'll have to run into this person several times before we're able to get any help out of her. And we have a jukebox here also. Looks like a couple more tracks have been added. I wonder why those ones are grayed out. The Legend Begins Future Quest. Some songs can be played for free. Oh, okay, interesting. Whoa, surrounded. Okay. Let's see. Lord Ashura's tower is in the sandstorm to the south. Period. Period. Okay. Lord Ashura's tower is in the sandstorm to the west. Uh-oh. Don't tell anyone. We're getting conflicting information from the townsfolk here. Lord Ashura's tower is in the sandstorm to the east. No doubt. Can you clear this up? The giants used to live in a nearby world, but not any longer. Okay. Welcome. Drink is 10 Kuro. Let's see if taking a drink can clear up this situation. Oh, what's this? A new event occurred. Press X and see what the party members are talking about. Okay. X. Oh, I probably have to keep talking first. Depending on the team title, conversations may cause new events. These can add treasure points with new items, so pay attention to your team title. Well, press X to see what the party members are saying. I saw a black tower-like shadow by one of the sandstorms. It's probably Ashura's tower. There's a cactus outside of town to the west. Okay, so we need to go west to a cactus, follow the cactuses, and the tower should be by the last one. Alright, that's useful information. Oh, I didn't press X. Wait, X is the menu now. Did I have to do it during that dialogue? Crap, let's try again. Okay, there's the event. So I'm gonna press X. Nice, okay, and we get a scene between Zenith and Natsmer here. Even though there's a sandstorm in the desert, we're still going in. Are you seriously going to the desert? Well, I have a secret for you then. Rumor has it that there's a buried treasure in the desert. My suspicion is that it's buried at the spot before the quicksand. Okay. Find it as a proof of our friendship. New treasure point added, okay. Hopefully we'll be able to see that on our map, and we don't need some special indicator before that'll be possible. Alright, before the sandstorm, I'm going to try to remember that as I head out. So we need to go west to some cactuses, or before quicksand, there's a treasure point. Okay, a lot to remember there. I'm sure I'll be able to find my way, though. Okay, so we were going to check out the weapon shop. We hadn't done that yet. I held off on buying anything at the armor and item shop until I had seen what weapons were available, so let's do that. What have you got, little guy? Okay, so here we see a supply of weapons significantly cheaper than we saw at the last town, because the last place we visited, North Town, had a bunch of weapons that cost 6,800 Kira, which was a lot more than what we had seen in the past, but here this seems to be much closer to our range. Several objects here. Okay, so we can buy additional rapiers, longswords, whips, that stuff we're used to. We have a psycho dagger, which is a physical weapon which deals damage based on the spirit stat rather than the strength or agility stat. I remember this seeming more useful than it actually was. Since the characters with high spirit are mostly going to be using their magic abilities every turn anyway, there's not really any room to sort of work this into the strategy. But it's a good idea anyway. I like that it's in the game, but it's not something I see myself using much unless I happen to find one. I'm certainly not going to pay any money for it. I am, I think, going to be paying money for this kick. And, well, yeah, let's go ahead and buy a kick. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out that unused punch that we have on Zenith for this kick. Or perhaps I should change his longsword out for it. Let's do that, actually. We're going to remove his longsword, give him a kick, and then I'm going to sell that longsword along with the remaining piece of armor we had. So this longsword, because it's already used, isn't worth its full value, but it's still 196 Kira, had only been used once. We'll sell this bronze helmet as well. And so what else have we got? We have a stun gun, which is a weapon that paralyzes enemies, but it doesn't deal any damage. So like, the whip is something that can deal damage and also has a chance of causing the enemy to miss their turn, but the stun gun just causes the enemy to miss their turn, and if it doesn't work, your turn is wasted. So like, this sort of thing can be useful in games, particularly situations where you have like your party of 4 versus a single enemy. If one of your 4 characters is spending their turn taking out the enemy's turn, that's like a huge value for you. But I've found when I played this game that the stun gun was never really reliable in the situations you wanted it to be, like against bosses. So I always preferred just taking an action that dealt damage. And that's the same reason why I didn't get attached to the sleep skill earlier when Elodie had it. It's just like the battles in this game are over in so few turns that you would much rather just use your turn dealing damage rather than waste it with something fancy like this. But once again, kind of like the Psycho Dagger, I like the idea, that the concept of the weapon a ton. It's just not something I see myself using particularly. We can buy Derringers here, which might be a good idea. We haven't had a lot of success with them because of their lack of accuracy, but I think if my long-term plan is to make Natsmer a firearm expert, I might as well pick one up. We can also buy a battle axe here, and that's probably an upgrade to something on Virtue, but Virtue already has a battle axe, and I'm not too interested in investing money in buying new parts for Virtue at this time, since he's already kind of set, and since I'm likely to just find something better than a battle axe in an upcoming chest anyway. So I did buy a Derringer, so let's see if I can remember the menu button. I'm still always pressing the demolish button first. Go to Natsmer here, and we'll replace... let's replace the potion here with a second Derringer, and then we'll go to ability and rearrange things there. That was not optimal. There we go. Everything in order there. Yeah, only 9 uses left on the previous Derringer, so I guess it's fine buying a new one. Though I'd like to get a better gun that maybe doesn't miss so often. And let's see, nothing to do with that leftover potion at the moment. No free slots for that. So we have tons of money left over, still 4,600 Kiro. So I'm going to go over here to the item and armor shop where they had some gold armor available. Maybe buy a few of those to upgrade my party. Let's go ahead and let's see. Yeah, bronze armor is what we've already seen, which is why that's so much cheaper. We can get gold gloves, gold shield, and gold helmets here. Let's go ahead and buy... Let's buy 3 gold gloves. And maybe that's all for now. We don't need to invest too much in armor. I think we're doing pretty well, actually, on equipment for the moment. Yeah, we already had gold gloves on Elodie here, which is why I only bought 3. So we'll upgrade Zenith increasing his defense from 6 to 7, increasing Natsmer's defense from 13 to 14, and a pair of gloves for Virtue, raising his defense to 16 from 12. Very nice, very nice. See that the gloves are much more useful for the mech here than for the humans, a difference of +6 compared to +2. And that gave us a couple additional pairs of bronze gloves to sell, so let's head back over here and do that. No need to carry around these extra equipment. Since inventory slots are finite, we might as well try to keep them open as much as we can. And there's like no reason to give this to the storage guy, since we're never going to want them again in the future. There's no like synthesis system or anything like that that would reward us for keeping around obsolete equipment. Now, I could buy the gold shield or the gold helmet, but I'd rather continue saving money since we've already seen that we have shops available to us with better equipment. Might as well start saving up now, not get too spendy. Now, was there anything else to do here in town? Well, we could rest at the inn again. I suppose we might as well do that because our character's HPs have increased. Or did I take damage from something? Why is everyone's HP lower? Oh yeah, I did encounter a couple of enemies here in town, that's right. So first off, we're going to have Elodie cast Cure on everyone, and by having everyone's HP at max, the cost of staying at the inn should be reduced to 0 Kiro, so we'll be able to get a free restoration of all of our abilities. Okay, back to 100%, and that's everything we have to do here in Desert Town. So just reminding myself, we're going west to find cactuses, and Ashura's Tower should be there near the last one, and we're also looking for a treasure point right before Quicksand. Okay, let's see if I can handle that. Maybe that treasure point will be the item we need to recruit that Muse character. Okay, so aligning my compass here, we're now facing north, so west is this direction, and I'm looking for cactuses. Ha! I found a cactus. Okay, where's the next cactus? Oh, well, there's an exclamation point, so let's actually go investigate that. Is this our treasure point, perhaps? Yeah, something's buried. Train of thought. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna head straight back to town because this train of thought is what we were looking for that robot who had broken down in town. Hello, robot. We have your train of thought. You appear to have lost your train of thought, but we are returning it to you. Choo-choo. Let's attach this train of thought. Okay. Is she moving? Rumble. Beep. Word. Ding. Thanks so much. Oh no, she speaks in like chat speak. Thanks for coming to help me. Request. Parts insufficient. Cannot move. Could I ask you to search for parts abandoned some... Oh no, we have to find more parts in the desert for her? Well, I'm happy to help. I'm sure she'll be useful, but what other parts do you need? Remaining part requested, please help. Okay. I suppose I could try the pub again. Maybe I'll get more information on buried treasure if I do that. So let's go in here. We have the 10 Kiro to spare, so it can't hurt. Yes, I would like one. We didn't get an event, so we're not going to be getting any new information here. So let's just go follow the cactuses and hope that we're lucky enough to run into some naturally. Back out of town here. Wait, I thought I saw something. Oh, it was just this guy. There's a little talk icon on the bottom screen that appears when you can talk to someone. I guess there's a similar one on the top screen too. It's in the top right. Anyway, back out of town and looking for that cactus off to the west, which is this way now. And following this one to the next cactus over here. Easy enough so far. An enemy spotted us. Where'd it go? I guess it wasn't too interested in fighting. I suppose that would be our next cactus back there. We'll fight this guy, though. This blob-looking guy. What's his deal? We have green slimes and a zombie. Both new enemies, I believe. Open the battle with a flame hitting everything. And let's see. Well, let's try our new kick here on Zenith. I don't know whether it's actually going to deal any damage, since the first use of martial arts is never particularly powerful. So, yeah, we'll aim our kick over at these green slimes. And then Natsmer continues to use the Derringer, continues the battle axe with Virtue, and no guests to tell to wait around anymore. Let everything play out now. Not going to be using any threads on this fight. Don't feel that it's necessary. Will this flame take out everything? Not quite. We took care of the green slimes, who looked like they might have been weak to it. Zombie still stands, though. Should go down pretty quickly, though. And it looks like Zenith's already dealing damage with his kick, which is really nice. I guess the kick is significantly more powerful than the punch. 300 Kira for that fight. Very nice. And let's see, I was looking for cacti. There's one right there. But we're going to fight this dude first. Another group of green slimes and zombies. No, were-rat and pebbles. Entirely new enemies. I wonder if they're fruity pebbles or cocoa. We'll use kick on the were-rat, and then the rest of them can focus on the pebbles. Yep, 30 damage, so seeing actual damage from that kick already. Very nice. These enemies seem to have a lot of HP, but, well, they're only dealing 0 damage to us with an attack, so not too much to worry about, I suppose. It is going to take a second round, though. Well, that pebble managed to deal a little bit of damage, at least. I'm not sure if Elodie's actually going to get a turn, but if she does, we'll have her heal herself. And let's see. Zenith, you should switch back to using punches for a little while. Let's work on that. Start. Okay. That's all it took, another 300 Kira. Since Elodie didn't get the chance to heal, we'll go ahead and head into the menu and take care of that outside of the battle. Cast Cure on herself, bring everyone back up to full. No one else took any damage, it seems. And where's our cactus? There it is. We'll follow this cactus over to this one. Fight a bird along the way, it looks like. Maybe a pterodactyl or something. A barracuda, a green slime, and a dive eagle. The dive eagle being what we saw on the map there. We'll just continue using flame. I don't see any problem with that. Spread out everyone else's attacks among the 3 different types of enemies. Strange encountering a barracuda here in the desert. Would not expect to find fish just flying around above the sands, but that's what we have here. Virtue missed, that's too bad. Dive Eagle might be surviving this round. Nope, I guess the Dive Eagle just did not have very much HP. And we get a Spirit increase for Elodie. It's very important for us. 198 Kiro and an evaluation from Calliope also. Since Elodie took some damage, we're going to cast Cure again. Still have 14 uses of Cure though, not a problem. And 12 left of Flame, so our resources are still pretty high after those 3 fights. Let's see, here's the next cactus, and looks like we got attacked from behind by that slime, but from what I've seen so far, it seems that being attacked from behind doesn't actually have any effect in this game. Aside from not getting the preemptive attack, but that's not unique to being attacked from behind. Should go down pretty swiftly here, since there are only 2 enemies in total. That is, if we can actually hit anything. Not looking terribly accurate this time around, team. I expect better. Just 1 zombie still remaining. And it's out of there. Alright, max HP increased for Zenith. Very nice, 132 Kira. Not very much, but it is just 2 enemies. And it looks like there's an exit here to the next area of the world map. Let's see, Ashura's Tower outskirts, and interesting, much like being inside a dungeon, we can only see parts of the map directly adjacent to us. That's interesting. Oh, and there are enemies here in the sandstorm that we can't see until we're relatively close to them, so gotta look out for that. Just another one of these single green slime, single zombie encounters, nothing we haven't seen before. Gonna try to rush through this one. Took out the zombie in 1 hit there from Zenith, that's nice. Looks like Elodie might not even get a turn this fight. Sure enough. We get a green slime meat that we have no use for, so we'll toss that to the side. Pick up 132 Kiro and 12 MP. Keep looking for Ashura's Tower. And hopefully we can find some parts here in the desert also for that muse back in town. Guess I should still be following cacti? Oh, I feel like I'm already lost, but here's a cactus, so where's the next cactus? Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a sinkhole there. Gotta look out for that. Found the next cactus, though, so I suppose I should keep going this way. There's another cactus. And here's another cactus. Okay. I think I see another cactus off this way. Okay, we seem to be going the right direction. Oh, I found a town? Okay. Well, what's here? Ashura's town. Okay, looks like we came the right direction. Let's talk to this guy. Small goblin once used the power of the relics. I wonder who that could be. Once he did, he turned into a monster who had 3 heads and 4 arms. That small goblin was Lord Ashura. Okay. Getting a little bit of background information on our opponent. Might as well rest at the inn while we're here. Shouldn't cost us anything, and we did use some abilities on the way here. Oh, it's going to cost us 25. That's not worth going into the menu to heal. we'll just pay up our 25 Kiro. Anything else here in the inn? Probably the storage guy. Yeah, there he is. But we don't need anything stored right now. Looks like there's an item shop to the right here. Let's see what they have available, see if it's any different than in Desert Town. This place looks a lot like Desert Town, but it's got that brownish gloam around it. Usual stuff here. Looks like we have a Staff of Healing and a Cure Tome. Still a little bit too expensive for us, and we don't have a lot of use for these things, seeing as how we now have an Esper with a healing spell in our party. And I'm going to continue to neglect to buy status curing items until I actually get into a situation in which I regret that. Hasn't happened yet. Haven't seen a lot of status effects in general at this stage in the game, but they'll be ramping up at some point. Let's see, not a lot of people here to talk to. What's this guy's deal? You did well to reach here. I wonder if someone spilled the beans about the tower's location. Yep, a few people tried to, but only one of them was telling the truth. What's this goblin say? I spy aiming for Lord Ashura. A spy, not I spy, a spy aiming for Lord Ashura snuck into the tower but was caught. Okay. We'll try not to make the same mistake. Maybe disguise ourselves or something. Weapon store over here? See if there's anything different. Welcome. What are you having today? Yeah, looks like about the same stuff as we saw at the last store, but the cheap things have been replaced. We now have a saber, which is a new item, and that's a special blade, meaning that it's an upgrade to the rapier. We also have a green dragon blade, which is a katana. That's a group of weapons that I don't believe we've seen yet. A highly useful, easy-to-use sword with a fine blade. Okay. Let's see, it's a strength times 9 weapon. That seems pretty good. I wonder if Virtue wants this. Let's buy a green dragon blade for Virtue. It's like all of our money, but it seems powerful. Strength times 9. And let's see, what weapons does Zenith have Virtue have right now? He has an axe, which is strength times 8, a battle hammer, which is strength times 6, and a longsword, which is strength times 7. So let's upgrade this battle hammer to that green dragon blade. I don't want to remove the bow, even though he's not using it as a weapon, because that is increasing his agility. So we'll replace the battle hammer with the green dragon blade. That'll raise his strength from 19 all the way to 25. That's very significant. Also, I'm going to rearrange his inventory so that the green dragon blade is on top, seeing as that's the attack we'll want to use most often from now on. Switch things around there. Let's actually put the shield above the longsword. I don't see him actually using this longsword or bow ever, since between the axe and the blade he has 50 attacks. So it's more likely that he'll use the shield than either of those. Virtue's HP seems to have increased as well, so let's clear that up. Cast Cure on Virtue. Okay. And we should be able to rest at the inn for free to restore that cure. I'm not sure if that's actually necessary though, since it's just the one use. Anything else here in Ashura's town? I wonder what's up this tower. Can't seem to find a ladder or anything to get up it. Looks like it's like a water tower or radio tower or something. I wonder what purpose it serves. I guess it's probably just a lookout tower, but one would think that there would be a ladder to get up there or something. Tell me if you see a guardian spy somewhere, an old guy with a whip. Hey, we're looking for an old guy with a whip. Wonder if it could be the same guy. Let's see, what else is here in town? Anything at all? Nope, it looks like this place was just a pit stop here in the desert between Desert Town and Ashura's Tower. So, looks like yep, everything here taken care of. I will rest at the inn just to be entirely safe, since we have 1 year use of cure to get back. But with that, that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time when I head back out into the desert.